Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's been about a week since I've seen all of you. Hopefully you've been having a good week. If not, well, it sucks to be you. It is your pal, Chris, aka Mr. Remote 420, coming you with an exciting new review. Well, technically, it's not really a new review. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Usually nowadays, when I'm doing these reviews, they come from, a good friend or someone I know through Beneath the Underground. You know what it is. I cram it down your throat and I shove it up your cute little ass just to remind you where I'm coming from. That sounded a lot better up here, but then again, most things do. I gotta think about that. Yes. So as I was saying, most of the films I check out through Beneath the Underground, either the Facebook group or the website. This one, if you've seen my Pakistan video, I got this from a good pal, Chris Ritzer, who asked if I've seen this film, and no, I didn't. So he was nice enough to send me his autographed copy, and that is the 2008 or 2009 film. Depending on what website you go to, it is Red Velvet. Red Velvet is written by Anthony Burns and directed by Bruce Dickson. Now, Bruce isn't known as a director. He's known as a cinematographer. I'll talk about that in a minute. But also stars Henry Thomas of E.T. fame and Kelli Garner. I'm not quite sure where she's been, and I'm pretty sure she's been in tons of other things. Two pretty impressive actors. Now, I would basically describe this film as your slasher film turned upside down in an interesting way. You kind of get to meet Henry's character and Kelly's character for the first time when they go and meet at the local laundromat. Now they're neighbors, but they've never really talked before. But Henry's heard her yelling through the walls because the boyfriend's a shithead, and Henry's character is unique. I will give you that. It is strange, and apparently he's a storyteller. Now throughout the film, they start to have interesting conversations, and I would consider the film as the before Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy film Before Sunrise and Creepshow. It is a nice combination of that. Henry's character is a storyteller. He gives Kelly's character the ability and concept of I'm going to give you a custom horror story just for your situation because she didn't get to go to her sister's birthday party. Throughout the film, you see unique ways of how her friends die and in these amazing, unique stories, and they created an awesome character. Would have been really great to see the name of the character. And it was actually a pretty cool head. It's a combination of, I would consider, Minnie Mouse, Dead Mouse, and a Polaroid camera, because how it's designed looks really cool. It's really interesting, and there's a lot of twists and turns. The way the story is and how he tells the story, it's pretty gruesome and graphic at some parts, and the kills in those parts are almost a hyperactive color contrast to the rest of the film. Where the rest of the film feels real life, this is the fantasy and what is meant to be. The first two acts of it are, gives you kind of a interesting low level of strangeness, and then the third act is a what the fuck. I would say, if you ever seen the Japanese film House or Houseu, it's that area of strange fucked upness. All in all, it's really good. There isn't a lot of gruesome steps to it. There's some aftermaths. There is one dealing with the saw. That's as far as I'm get into it. But all in all, it was fun to watch, and it's actually a great experience if you're not up for the extreme violence and the horrific slasher. This was fun and interesting to watch. I'm surprised that not a lot of people have talked about this. The only other person I know that has reviewed this or talked about this is Scratchy Pete from Beneath the Underground. And I'm really glad that Chris was able to send this to me. I gotta say, thanks to Anthony Burns' writing, it helped Henry Thomas's character and Kelli Garner's character, go combat it back and forth as these two people could actually be friends in real life if things were different. He wasn't such a creepy bastard. It was actually really smart writing, and Bruce Dickson's cinematography pretty outstanding. I gotta say, the way he was able to set up and editing towards the film gives it. It's just, yeah. I will definitely go back to the before sunrise and Creepshow after effect of these films. Now here's the situation with the film. As of right now, there was a website where you could possibly buy this direct. The only place I've been able to see it now you can buy it is on Amazon. So I will give you, of course, the link to this movie because it is definite recommendation. Really enjoyable, interesting concept. The killings were pretty fun to watch. Some were kind of interesting. Some you wish there could have been more to it, like more. One of the things I would have loved to hear was what the killer was saying, because he was saying it through a voice modulator. So it was unclear at times to what was actually talked about. So either, speak clearly or at least have subtitles, so it just would have been more helpful. Of course, as I said, the killings could have been some done in a better way, but there was some interesting gore, and it was fun to watch. It is several different categories of romantic comedy, horror, drama, all that together. You make an interesting concept of what a film could be, and something that unfortunately it didn't get a lot of praise. And this is definitely an underrated film. Something I would think maybe more it's mainstream people would enjoy. It's definitely fun to watch, and I would absolutely watch it again. So, Chris, thank you so much for sending me this copy. Of course, it's link time. I will give you the links to where you can see the trailer, as always, and where you can purchase a copy of your very own Red Velvet. And, of course, Beneath the Underground, my wonderful, wonderful website. You can see news, reviews, and video on demand. They just put on Ryan Nicholson's Torch and Seventh Day. Some pretty good concepts. Amazing place for you to check out a lot of underground, amazing films. I keep saying amazing. Sorry about that. So yeah, check out those. I will put a link, as always, to that place. I don't know why, because I just keep doing it. And yes, my Facebook page. My tiny little itty-bitty Facebook page, where some people check out, some don't, and you can check it out. You don't have to. Either way, hey, stop on by. And of course, I'd like to thank you all for checking out my review. I don't know how long this has been. Sorry if it was too fucking long. But again, Chris Ritzner, thank you very much. Really enjoyed it. It's subscribed to me or to you. Either way. Guys, thank you. You take care. I don't know what my next review will be. Till next time, rate, comment, subscribe, and don't drink the Kool-Aid. Later.